Hey guys, Billy here. Haven't made a video in a day or so due to some recording issues, and hopefully we now have it taken care of. But I have been busy. I have planted some crops and then harvest them, and then planted the cornfield and got that harvest as well into silage during this whole process. As you can see, I do have a sprayer, which actually can reach down to the timber hauler there and all the way over there to the fertilizer sprayer. But now, over at the wheat field, I baled the straw, and we're going to go pick that up. As you see, we do have a little bit of money, and I have purchased a couple things. One is the harvester to get the corn for silage, which it took me over 2 hours to do the field. It's a pretty good sized field. So we will see here. I also been done something else, which I'm going to show you right now. I owned a field that I didn't even know. Why? I have no idea. But once I found out, I said, what am I going to do? And so I'll show you what I came up with. And here it is. So this is my multi-purpose field. I have the grass growing to collect for hay and or silage bales, and in the middle there I'm going to plant trees. I'm going to have my own tree farm, which I think it's going to be either between 6 and 8 trees between each row, times whatever I have, 10 or 11. So that is quite a few trees to have, and it's to where if I need some quick cash, I can come over here, because in my hauler, if I have 3 trees, I average about $28,000 for just 3 trees. So if I'm a little short to get something, I can run over here and get it. I don't want to be dependent on it, but I want it to, if I need just a little bit more cash or I don't have it, I can pull it from there. I want the farm to be pretty much dependent. We are gonna have cows. We're gonna have pigs. I've never had pigs. And then besides wheat and canola, I want to try the sunflower. So, but I also, before getting the cattle, I do need to. Well, that's the other thing too. I think now you can, and with this one, I can get beef cattle as well. I'm gonna look more into that to see what it's going to take to do that. But I do definitely need to get straw bales, grass bales, or hay bales, and silage bales stocked up before I start doing that, plus getting the equipment for that, which I'm going to get the all-in-one basically. This field's almost perfect. If it had a little more slope, every bale would just come down here, and I could just have to come right here and pick them up as I need them. Right now I only need one, and we'll go take this one back. On the tree farm too, I'm gonna probably just stick to the carrier that I have and chainsaw. Using the skip steer or the bigger tractor, it just doesn't work well for me. I don't think it's strong enough. I've had issues with it, so I'm just going to stick to what I have until later, to where I get more cash, and then I'll get the bigger piece of equipment there. So I think I'm going to store these bales over in this area, and I'll split it up to where I have maybe 4 rows of straw, 4 rows of hay, 4 rows. I'm not necessarily sure, but come on. I do have my steering wheel, throttle, and now just later this evening I'm going to put it together and get it working. I don't know why I backed up like this. I can back up way better the other way, even in the cabin. I'm making this harder than it actually is. We do have another field for straw, which the field went bad because I couldn't, which is number 11. But the distance and plus getting started, I grabbed the straw and canola down at 33-36, and I definitely wanted to get the corn. I didn't want the corn to go bad, so I worked on that, and by that time fields 11 and 8 already went bad, so I've got to go up there and plow that under and replant. But it's a distance, and I'm trying to cycle to where they're not that they're spaced out. That's our canola field right in front of us. These fields are fairly small. The ones up the north area are definitely bigger, and so that's another thing, is am I deciding to get on a bigger harvester or not, or the one we have is okay. Yeah, when starting my videos and not realizing I had some issues, I had a full field of corn, and now it's completely plowed. So that just shows the issues that I've been having. But like I said, we'll find out if we'll hold steady and do well. I am gonna plant a couple beehives, you know, for cash flow. It's $60 an hour, and then I just realized I do have one what is it, right here, greenhouses. I have one greenhouse that I just realized I have, but I think I'm gonna get some more because it's, you know, it's $80 an hour, and like I said, I want to try to get the farm to be sufficient, and with the cows, that will also happen. Okay, so we have that done. Let's drop this off. So I have the mod follow me, and everything seems to be there and okay, but I cannot seem to get it to work, and I've watched many videos on how to use it, and I still can't get it to work. So if anyone has any hints, or someone's had some issues and figured out what to do, I would appreciate it, because it would be nice to have to get all the equipment there in at one time, and then do the field, and then bring it all back instead of one piece at a time. Let's see here. Oh, let's buy. What was I needed to buy? Okay. We're gonna plant some trees. Oh, here we go. So let's go pick that up. And then we'll head over to the nursery and pick up some trees and plant some trees. Then if we have some time, we'll plow these two fields and get them ready again. I like plowing and then fertilizing and then planting seeds. We do have silage that we could turn in, get some more cash. I also have another silage that I need to cut grass and fill it up a little bit more. I think it's only at like 40%. I would like to get up to about 80%, and I have a field right there that I could probably achieve that. Welcome to Sandy Bay. Sort of a gloomy day. I wonder if weather's going to start to change. With the tree farm, I might cut a few trees down, get some wood chips, and store it. So where we have a special and then sell it that way. But I'm not going to just constantly get wood chips. I think you get more money with the whole log. Plus it's a piece of machinery that I don't need to buy. Or I don't need to get the big one, I can get the smaller one. Okay, let's see where we need to go. ATM, cattle, saplings, all the way top. Only thing bad about trees is you get 20 trees, get those planted, and I gotta come all the way back to get 20 more. So I don't think it's necessarily that I have to do it all right now, but I do, if you're going to do it, I think you do a row at a time, because I think once it starts growing you don't get the same spacing. We do also have a loan that needs to get paid back as well, but it will all happen. A little bit farther here. Okay, they're right there. So let's buy another one too. Just so that definitely gonna need it. Okay, there's two of them there. Be nice if they carried both of them. I don't think we could even pick them up and transport them. Man, we might be able to with a forklift, or not really sure. But one thing with trees, it takes 10 in-game days in order for it to become mature. So it'll be a while. It is much nicer with this new tractor. I think this one has 190 horsepower. It's fairly reasonable. Yeah, I could have easily planted this field with wheat or barley, but I wanted something a little different. I have a buddy on the West Coast, and that's what he owns, about 150 acres, and that's all he does is sells his trees. He's just completely loaded with trees, and he sells them to the lumber yard. They come in, pick out the trees, cut them down, and they do that every year. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be more than... There's 9 right there. "13 trees. So that will be a ton of trees. Be interesting to see what they've added in 17 for lumber or